Good evening. I'm going to change my question somewhat. You've been talking about fiscal responsibility and making sure we can pay down our debt and so forth. You've talked about making sure that there's no duplication, there's no fraud, those kinds of issues. My question to you is, there are other sources of revenue other than decreasing Medicare and the social network entitlement programs. I find that the idea of corporations being considered a person to be offensive. I believe this government is trying to, or the House of Representatives is trying to balance the budget on the backs of people who cannot afford it. I strongly feel, very strongly feel, that the place we should be looking for extra revenue is to demolish Bush's tax cuts for the wealthy. Thank you for your time.
Judith, thank you for coming, and thank you for voicing your opinion. As I've listened to this debate over the last couple of weeks, and it's getting more and more, it is getting more contentious, yeah, it is. I'd like to see an America that doesn't pit people against each other. I'd like to see an America where we work together. Well, she made a statement, she didn't ask a question. I think that we have to treat individuals fairly, so tax policy. I think you're right. I think that Company A, Company B, Company C should be treated the same. Most people are probably pretty angry at what happened to GE Capital and how they could pay forward their losses. And while I think most people know that the tax code allowed them to do it, people felt some anger because most people were writing checks in the last couple of weeks to the IRS, and they were not. And you know what, you're right, that's not fair. It's not right. Because I think we all believe in the principle of fairness. So, I will tell you, the budget that was passed in the House gets rid of those corporate loopholes. They do. And while the Senate has made some statements that the budget that was passed in the House is dead on arrival, I don't think they should say that. I think they should look piece by piece and find the common ground. Because if we talk about alternative ways of raising revenue, treating every single person fairly and the same actually would produce more revenue for the country. So I'd be happy to work on that. And I think that there is common ground on those particular issues where Americans say enough is enough. We'll pay our fair share, but only our fair share, and treat everyone the same. And it's the responsible and respectful thing to do. So you're going to see, when we return in May, a push to try to see that happen, particularly in the tax code.
Next question.